Hi, everyone. Welcome to your live update, COVID update. I'll just wait a minute or two before we start. And if you're here, say hi in the Facebook comments. Let me know if you're here. Let me check back in Facebook, see if this is actually streaming. Just checking. Okay. It looks like we're streaming. Okay. So if you're here, let me know you're here. I'll wait a minute or so. Let me know if the volume is okay. If you can hear me really well, that's great. If not, then here we go. Okay, once again, welcome to Facebook Live. And we're going to talk about COVID updates. Okay, COVID updates. Hopefully, you will see, what's going on in the world of COVID. So here we go. I just want to share with you once again. My name is Jeannie Colclough. I'm the owner of Riveting Trips, active luxury travel design. And today I want to talk about COVID updates. COVID updates. Here we go. So for those of you who are joining me on Instagram Live, I'm on Facebook. And you can see on my Facebook page, I'm going to go through some slides, but you can probably hear me anyway on Instagram. So let's get started. So you're probably wondering what's happening today in the world of COVID. How can we see what's going on? Let's check it out. So I'm going to share with you my screen, hopefully showing the stream. Okay. And let's go to present. Okay. So here we are, COVID update. So this is June 24th, 12:30 p.m. And in terms of COVID, what's changed, what's not changed? Let's talk about what you can actually do in the Bay Area, since most of my clients are actually in the Bay Area. Okay. So first of all, I want to tell you post-COVID health safety policies of our providers. So we're listening to scientists and global health professionals to get updates, right? We're picking the safest accommodations that only offer properties that institute strict policies, including new health and hygiene sanitation. I don't know if you can see that. Physical distancing and dining outlets, employee training, touchless check-in as possible. Guiding and transportation, only offering privately guided services right now. I'm steering away from group tours, mask use, physical distancing, and all that kind of stuff. So I just want to make sure that you understand that. And obviously working with providers that offer a free, a flexible, a worry-free cancellation policy. So 100% refund on all deposits and payments. Okay. So what are your travel restrictions? Well, first of all, I don't know if you just saw the EU may be banning us indefinitely. So for the time being, you're kind of stuck traveling in the United States, right? And Governor Cuomo of New York City just said that if you come from certain states, you will have to mandatorily quarantine yourself. So we'll see how that goes. Mexico's never really shut down, so you should be able to travel to Mexico, although I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk about that. Canada, travelers are banned until July 1st, and a 14-day quarantine is required in certain areas. So here we go. Caribbean islands are slowly opening up. Jamaica, St. Lucia is opening, but St. Lucia is open but requires a negative COVID test. Jamaica is open to everybody. St. Bart's is open as of the 22nd, so that was Monday, requiring a negative COVID test. So if you have a positive COVID test, you are kind of sequestered in an area that is for only COVID-like people, right? People that have COVID. And then Bahamas are open to boaters, and Turks and Caicos will open soon. Puerto Rico is open, but as a 14-day. And U.S. Virgin Islands, you don't even need a passport to get there, so you should be okay. Islands that are not open yet, Grenada, Anguilla, St. Vincent, the Grenadines, and Barbados right now. Okay. Other places that are open to the U.S., Mexico, Serbia opened May 22nd, but I don't know if you heard, the Serbian tennis player, Djokovic, just tested positive for COVID. He tried to organize a tennis tournament and had to cancel after like 3 or 4 players tested positive for COVID. So you may want to see how that fleshes out. Tunisia is open June 27th, and Tanzania. Kind of random destinations. All right. So within the United States, like I said, I didn't. This is all fluid. This changes all the time. Um, Hawaii, you still can't enter unless you're from Hawaii, really. Until Alaska, no quarantine. Florida has a quarantine for the states that were hit by COVID, and New York has now implemented a quarantine from people from Florida. Maine, Vermont, Massachusetts, New Mexico, they all have different rules. So really it's kind of up in the air. New York City, big city. So New York City is currently still in phase one, outdoor dining. San Francisco Bay Area where we are, outdoor dining is open in some areas, but not all. Santa Cruz County, outdoor dining and indoor dining is available. Boston, outdoor dining only. Chicago, outdoor dining only. DC, no restaurant dining, our own capital, no restaurant dining. And then LA, I don't know, like I said, everything is fluid. Like probably after I created this presentation, things may have changed, right? So Monument Valley Antelope Canyon, planning to reopen at the end of next month, no final date. Florida, Universal Studios is open, but Disney is not yet. And the thing with Disney is I just was on a Disney call yesterday, and Disney is going to require that every guest make a reservation for every day they're planning on being there. So you have to hop online and reserve every single day the day before just to get their numbers. New York City is going to open Broadway in September. The Metropolitan Museum of Art will open in August. DC, like we said, nothing open yet. Las Vegas casinos and hotels are open. And California Alcatraz extended its closure till August 1st. Supposedly Disneyland is going to open in mid-July. We'll see. And Universal Hollywood, same thing. Okay. So what are hoteliers doing to ensure your safety? Lots, really. Right now, one of the best hotels that I've talked to, they're in Murano, which is northern Italy, and they are doing so much. It's crazy what they're doing, right? So client must have a negative COVID test prior to arrival, right? They have 3 stages. So stage 1 is pre-arrival. This is what happens before you even arrive. So clients must have a negative COVID test prior to arrival. Employees are tested regularly once a week. No outside guests of any kind are allowed to visit the hotel. So if you are a hotel supplier, if you are providing like the food, the linens, and so on and so forth, they can only access by appointment and must follow prevention protocol. And one of their protocols is a disinfection tunnel that you go through in front of the hotel before you enter. And there's a temperature check, and then obviously contactless as much online as possible. Check in online as possible. Okay. Stage 2, during your stay. So they sanitize your rooms frequently. They give you a COVID kit upon check-in. Includes a fabric mask, surgical mask, nitrile gloves, hand sanitizer, temperature check, and weekly COVID tests for all staff. Social distancing measures are put in place in the hotel. Seated food service. I'm only trying to work with hotels that do seated food service, no buffet, or they've cut the buffet. The places that I would recommend the buffet are the ones where they have the gloves and, obviously it's a buffet line, but you're getting served, like you can ask. And turn down service. So at the nice hotels, obviously they come in and they, make your bed and give you a piece of chocolate on your bed sheet before. That's really up to you. If you want that, then you join, all right? And then after your departure, a thorough cleaning. And some hotels will wait a day or two after, right? Okay, so where would I travel this summer? Everyone's asking where should travel. I would really stick with locally. You want to leave as small a footprint as possible. And what can you do? Where can you go? So here in the Bay Area, I'd say Northern California, right? We are lucky that we live in the Bay Area. We have coastline, we have beach, we have golf, cuisine, the temperature doesn't get too hot. And different things are open at different dates. So most of the counties are now open, right? Certain businesses are in phase 3, certain businesses are in phase 2. Private wineries open by July 4th, museums by August, right? And then, so why would you want to use us? I have connections to expert guides, sommeliers, unique locals. Everything's being custom designed right now. I don't think most people will want to go on a group tour. Those that are going to go on a group tour, they're going to buy out the entire group tour. So some group tours that I would recommend that you go on, that we'll talk about in later episodes are cycling trips, because when you're cycling, you're not really next to people, right? It's not a high contact sport. You're going to sweat, but you're going to stop, you're going to eat, and stuff like that. So I would recommend cycling trips in Napa Valley, Santa Barbara, wherever you need to go. We have deep destination knowledge. The providers I work with have deep destination knowledge, and everything will be safe for you, right? So some ideal itineraries are Northern California with families, Sonoma to Napa, right? California for couples, California for the family, right? So we're going for a little bit more. So some experiences in San Francisco, even if you're a Bay Area local, maybe you haven't done any of these, right? Did you know you could take a seaplane, a private seaplane, private charter to Angel Island, Muir Woods? Obviously, you need to make reservations, and a lot of the national parks you'll actually need to make reservations for. So in order to make these reservations, you need to book in advance, right? So let us know when you want to go and what kind of services you need. Obviously, wine country, we have Sonoma, Napa, San Luis Obispo. That's not really Bay Area, but San Luis Obispo, Monterey County, Santa Cruz County, even here locally, Campbell, Cupertino, Los Gatos, Saratoga. So winery tour, chocolate workshop, horseback riding, hot air balloon rides, cooking class. So these will be all private, a la carte, right? Yosemite, I'm assuming Yosemite will be very busy. So what you want to do is you want to be guaranteed some space. So where are you going to go? What space do you want to book? Whitewater raftings, Yosemite, zip lining, photography excursions, so on and so forth. And then Lake Tahoe, Truckee, Donner, that area is very popular right now. A lot of Bay Area people are escaping. So where do you want to go, right? What do you want to do? There's Carnelian Bay, there's Truckee, there's a lot you can do. So private chef's dinner, off-roading, photography, whitewater rafting, snowmobiling. Big Sur, Carmel, I really love this area too. So if this is something that you're interested in doing, glamping, there's the Ventana Inn in Big Sur, helicopter sightseeing. So once again, you're away from the masses, you're away from the crowds. You'll have access to lots of space, lots of opportunities, especially lots of social distancing, right? That's what we want right now, social distancing. And then once again, just to reiterate why use me, I have access to all these experts and guides. Comfortable, safe vehicles if you're not from the area, if you want to treat your parents to a nice trip. Real-time support 24/7. And then, I'm part of the invite-only Virtuoso Travel Consortium through my affiliation with my host agency. So Virtuoso, through certain hotels, will get additional perks and privileges when you work with me. Okay. If you have any questions, here I am. I'm right here. I will now look at the question feed. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, I think that's it. See if anybody has questions. Okay. No questions. So I will say for now, thanks for joining, everybody. Okay. If you have questions and concerns about traveling in the near future, let me know. My name is Jeannie Kolkloff, owner of Riveting Trips. Hopefully this was a helpful update in the time of COVID and you're unsure of what to do. Ciao, ciao.